Champions League qualification, another focal point of the last Premier League match day for this season. Let's see here. Chelsea versus Wolves, Leicester City versus Manchester United. Those two games determining who will be in the Champions League next season. Manchester City and Liverpool already confirmed that they were going to be in the Champions League, and Manchester City, of course, getting their ban lifted, so meaning that fifth place wouldn't count as a Champions League spot. And Leicester City versus Manchester United. A penalty is conceded with Johnny Evans and Wes Morgans, I believe, conceding that penalty. They're both trying to get in and stop the ball, try to get in a tackle and take the ball from the attacking player. And they didn't. They didn't reach the ball, and they got a yellow card, and they conceded the penalty. And Bruno Fernandes delivered, and he's just been in amazing form. And there you go, 1-0 up. And then Johnny Evans does another tackle. He was already yellow carded from that penalty, I believe. And then he had his studs up, and ultimately it hit a Manchester United player, and that was just too dangerous to call, and ultimately a red card for him. And Leicester City's down 10 men. And then I believe in the 96th minute, Lingard steals the ball from Schmeichel and puts that 2-0. If I'm going to be honest, Leicester City, I didn't really expect them to win. If they did win, I think it'd be a surprise. Either they put in a strong performance as a team, or Manchester United just slipped up that game. But Manchester United won. Not really that big. It was a big game, but not really. If I'm being honest, a memorable game. But overall, Manchester United just solid in getting that win. And if they didn't win, I think it'd be very, very disappointing because that Leicester City side is weakened as hell. Sayuncu out because of that red card that he received at Bournemouth, and some of their key players just injured. And the fact that if they didn't win, and which they did, would be very disappointing for United fans. But good for United. They were in a poor position in the earlier parts of the season, and they just climbed their way up, and ultimately a third position in the Premier League is very reputable and what you expect from Manchester United as a team. While Chelsea versus Wolves. Wolves, of course, is trying to get points to get Europa League qualification. They were, of course, chasing Champions League earlier this season, but slowly slipped up with a couple of results. And Chelsea were trying to maintain that Champions League spot that they had, and ultimately they did. They broke the scoreline, which was at 0-0, prior to the end of first half, with Mason Mount getting a free kick, lovely free kick, by the way, really, really nice technique. And Mason Mount has been doing really well this season. And then Giroud, nearing the just a minute, I believe, left in that first half, and he scores a goal. And Chelsea, and that'll be the scoreline for the rest of the game. Chelsea 2-0 versus Wolves. And Chelsea and Manchester United will be getting top four Champions League football next season, and will be playing in the Champions League. Something you expect from these teams. And Chelsea, prior to the season starting, I didn't really expect it. I didn't really expect them to win top four, and I don't think many Chelsea fans did either because of the circumstances that Frank Lampard was in. Transfer ban, lack of players that they could bring in because of that transfer ban, Eden Hazard leaving, and they relied on a lot of youth players such as Abraham and Hudson-Odoi and Mount and just all these younger players who don't have as much experience, and it worked out. And I think those expectations rose, and I think that's what put the pressure on Frank Lampard. I don't think he had that much pressure earlier in the season because, of course, it was his first season in the Premier League, and he didn't really have that much pressure because of the circumstances he was in. But now with the transfer ban lifted and their strong performance and strong start with the players that they had, the youth players, the young players, those expectations rose, and that pressure did as well for him to get top four. And he did meet it, and Leicester City will be unfortunate. Brendan Rodgers will be, of course, disappointed in not getting that top four with an amazing start to the season.